Okay, all right. Uh, so, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon to the viewers of this video call. Here I am, Suhail Adib. My matric number is 195071. York, can you go? And then just read out your names.
Hello, my name is Zhang Yi. My matric number is 194958.
Number is 194954.
Hello, my name is Tang Zijuan and my metric number is 191543.
Chloe, you already say your name, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. So we'll discuss, our topic is application on media, entertainment specifically. So we'll start first with this little anecdote, which is keep calm and speak English. And then we're just gonna proceed to our introduction. So, yes. So first, we'll go for the introduction, a little bit history of English, and then we'll proceed to more specifically English in the entertainment business. All right. So we have here English is the language of economics, international politics, science, and perhaps less complicated aspect, but it's also important, which is entertainment. The United States prides itself as being the leader of the free world, as well as the entertainment business. 70% of the media entertainment production is either controlled, influenced, or dominated by United States. This is based on Nathan Reeve Encyclopedia, which is cited in our report. A study done by him. Here we're just gonna go for this little quote from the 90th president of the United States, which is Theodore Roosevelt. It's like shows that why is English is dominant in the entertainment, especially in the United States. So the quote goes like this: "We have room for but one language here, and that is the English language. For we intended to see that the crucible turns our people out as Americans of American nationality and not as dwellers in a polyglot boarding house." However, it's worth pointing out that this tradition of being English-centric was not initiated by United States, rather by their European counterpart, which is Britain and the British people. And here we can talk about how English is so pervasive in the entertainment industry. And whenever in the world you turn up the radio and a radio station that accommodates an English language audience is a change of frequency away. You just mentioned Titanic, Mr. Bean, Queens, or Michael Jackson, and everyone can relate, even non-English speakers. However, not to say that English is the driving force of the success of this phenomenon, but the impact of the English language control cannot be dismissed. So English language plays a huge importance in the advertising and promoting of this phenomenon. And one can discuss or can debate that if these production were not in English, can they be successful or not? And just here to finish this introduction part, I'm just gonna read this quote from the critic Jonathan R. He said that English in culture is almost equal to dollar in economics. And now we'll go to Tang Zijuan to discuss how English is pervasive in film industry.
So, hello guys, I'm Doctor. I am Josie, and now I am going to present the film industry in the Hollywood movies. So there are several ways that how English language is dominated the entertainment worldwide. And then the next slide, please. And then the Hollywood films are the American-based film, but they are viewed by a large scale of audience of the entire world. And then Hollywood movies dominates almost all the world films market and industrial. And then the output of Hollywood movies is to gain more recognition and promote the American cool culture and ignite the American dream. So according to Wen and Mai in this year, their strategy become a new political tactic used in the politics globally. And thirdly, the Hollywood films are impactful on several fields, such as entertainment and politics and economics. And it can influence people either for positive and negative perspective. For example, the negative way is that Hollywood movie can deliver violence and full language, and it will lead to kind of imitation, especially to children and teenagers. And in the positive ways, Hollywood movies have the ability to foster good values, such as this movie, as you can see in the Wonder Woman. So please next. And most importantly, the Hollywood movie affect people language habit. In One and My study, they claim that most audiences adopt the language they have heard from the movies into their life. Other audiences' favorite foreign movies are Americans, and they would like to learn the American accent after they watch this Hollywood movie. And the next point is the expansion of English has influenced the popularity of Hollywood movies. So according to Crystal, over 18% of all the feature films are given theatrical release, such as a trailer in the English language. So, but more interestingly, the improving technology in this kind of movies attract a lot of audiences from all over the world. It also promotes the influence of English language as a form of entertainment in the world. For example, there are amazing 3D effects and IMAX effects and digital image. So here are examples of this kind of special effect in the Hollywood movie. So very interesting. On your left, it is the 3D effect, sorry. And on your right, it is the IMAX effect. And next. So in addition, the intonation of English language from actors in Hollywood movies also sound appealing to audiences and make them want to learn English, especially the American accent. So many Hollywood movies have gained a large amount of fans from all over the world, such as Transformers, The Lord of the Rings, and the Avengers. Such movies use English language which contains simple vocabularies which are easy to understand, idioms, and common jargons, demonstrating features of solidarity and some kind of social ability and traits of human and some kind of stupidity. And please next. So in conclusion, English is dominated the global entertainment industry, and it is actually a medium to deliver the American, even the Western value, ideology, and cultural and political message about the freedom of the expression and lifestyles. One of these means of propaganda is through the promoting Hollywood movies to the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you, Josie. Next is York, which is going to proceed with the English music industry, English songs.
The music industry and English songs. So next slides. So firstly, why English is so important in music industry. Firstly, the historical reason. Modern music started in the US and was refined in the UK. As you can see on the left side, the Beatles and Queen. These two are famous bands from the UK, and also there's a lot of famous bands from the US, such as Eagles, The Doors, and their songs are quite popular during the early ages in around the world. So those types of music were developed well, which then inspired many other of the new types of music. The US and UK remain the largest exporters of music to this day. Good music is nothing more than a reflection of life and its problem and joys. So songwriting in English is one of the best ways to attract audience from all over the world for composers and singers to other non-English speaking countries. So thus their record sales will not just limited to their own countries, but they will deal with international market. So next is from linguistic aspect. English itself is easier to learn compared to Mandarin and Japanese or other languages because English and some other languages such as Malaysian, French, they share the same alphabet to some extent, like A, B, C, like this. So English is as close to a common language and the world has today due to its spelling and pronunciation, and literally billions of people speak or understand English to some extent. So it's easier to use English to write songs that have catchy hooks, and music talents from all over the world can communicate with their ideas in English and combine them. So the tools they use to communicate would highly possibly be English. So next slide. Also, English is a good way for people to improve their English. When people start to learn English, their teachers may recommend that they can listen to English songs because the songs and music lyrics include up-to-date language and also some daily phrases. So the language used in songs is casual and actually usable. If you pick the right genre of music to get familiar with the sounds of English language, listening to sounds also allow you to focus on your pronunciation and understanding of the English language's rhythm, tone, and beat. So next, to conclude my part, our relationship with music is deep, powerful, and huge rewarding. It's a key that unlocks our emotions, influences our moods, and enhances our mental and physical well-being. When something is emotional, then of course it's easy to remember. And one of the best medium nowadays is definitely English. So thank you. That's my part. Next.
Next, Chloe. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I will talk about the third part of English application in entertainment. Reading literature will talk about our entertainment in our daily life. And so I will talk about English is dominating entertainment through literature. In 1513, English rather than the Latin of Rome became the preferred language for Bibles and prayer books. And nowadays, English is dominant language in literature, and most of famous literatures were written in English. And English literature opens a world of inspiration and creativity, while also developing skills that are essential for today's global environment. And reading English literature is a chance to discover how English literature makes sense of the world, and through the stories, poems, novels, and plays. And it also sharpens our own ability to write, read, analyze, or persuade. And we can reserve a thorough introduction to essential English literary genres like novels, poems, and criticisms, and the work of great canonical authors like Shakespeare, Austen, Dickens. Next, please. And many people read English literature like British and American literature. For example, world-renowned dramatist Shakespeare as the most representative literary creator in English literature. His literary achievements can be the treasure of the world, and a considerable number of its literary works are also greatly promoted English language. And by developing into a series of Shakespeare's literary creations, we can discover that his many literary works were also contained the profound humanities spirit. And this great English literature brings us great pleasure, both physically and mentally in our daily life. And next, please. And a lot of authors are not native speakers of English, but they write novels in English. For example, Arivand Adiga wrote The Red Tiger, and Red Tiger was met with great critical acclaim, was high on the New York Times bestseller lists, and even thought that much coveted Man Book Prize. If it was written in any language of India, it would not be discovered by the majority of people in the world. Besides, if it was translated to other language of the world, people may not truly interpret it, understand it. So it won't resonate with so many readers, and it won't achieve such a big price. And next, English is an international language, so the literature written in English definitely will be read by more people, like Harry Potter. Harry Potter could be one of the most successful literature in English. It was published in more than like 200 countries, and the series has sold 500 million copies of all editions. It became one of the world's best-selling novels. And although the novel has been translated to many languages, and the English version takes the majority of the version in the world, so the Harry Potter was also made into an English film. So just now all I talks is about English is dominate to the internet through the literature. So that's all for my part.
Thank you, Chloe. So as for the conclusion, you can see that the English language is today's magic formula to achieve international success in the entertainment business. To use English as a medium for creation of media products that are aimed to entertain is to target the global audience. The 20th century has been undisputedly the center where English language shown through film production, music, and literary work, such as The Godfather, The Eagles, or the British known novel 1984. Indeed, English language for now is the dominating the arena of entertainment. However, that begs the important question is for how long? So that's it for us. My name is Suhail Adib. Thank you very much. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much. We can stop sharing right now. Full share. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you. Stop recording. I'm gonna stop.